Hi, Orange Collective. I'm tapping into your energy today because I have heard your name being mentioned a few times. So I'm doing other channelings. So now is the time to tap in for you. Um, I was getting chicken, like curry chicken or orange chicken. I was also getting the word surplus, pheasant, game, multitudes, plethora. Maybe like, what is this? Like a storage sort of feeling. Like birds that are stocked up. Um, it's not quite hunting. How do I describe this energy? There's a feeling of brilliance from this collective energy, or at least where these souls are in their current journey. Feeling of illumination and broadening perspective. Excuse me. Okay, confirmation burp. All right, we love that. Right off the bat. There's something that's indistinguishable from pride here. It's a sense of ego, but it's not pride. It's like having ownership of your work, if that makes sense. There's this feeling of quality craftsmanship from this collective. I'm seeing woodworking. I'm seeing like pheasants mounted on the wall. Maybe this is collectors. Maybe you collect things like trophies. You work well with your hands, collective. You have a lot of skills that you do. There's like woodworking and bead making, bracelets. Um, I'm seeing bandages. Like the phrase army nurse is coming through. I hear infinitesimally small as well. An insignificant amount of work being done for an exorbitant amount of labor. That phrase is coming through. Also, the phrase, blessed are the people who know not what they speak. So, like, I wonder if there is some conservatism, like a religious conservatism here, or people that used to be Christians, or people who read the Bible, something like that. And I saw my birthday numbers briefly. So, this is, in the context of this is likely going to be a message that resonates with very few people. This is going to be a very highly specific individual message for maybe just one or a few people in the collective. I hear there's value in doing the small things. I hear there's value in pursuing a job well done. There's also Pleiadian starseed energy here. You may have been someone who has worked with past lives before, someone who is gentle and kind and hardworking. I hear like Pleiadian crafter. You have a past life collective of being a hunter on another planet, of being a craftsman on another planet. Like you built furniture and things like that. I'm seeing all sorts of woodworking things. Interesting. And I see like a blue sky. I see green plants, purple flowers, a barbecue. There's this really like empty kind of feeling coming from this collective. Like I'm pushing as I normally do for more information, and there's just this quietness. I don't know if that's because this is not a very turbulent time for you. Maybe you've reached a moment of calm suddenly. Um, there is an eagerness to know something, but I'm not tapping into an incredibly urgent sense for this collective. There's more of just like this waiting. It's a feeling of waiting, of being patient. Kind of like when someone goes fishing and they're waiting for their fish. You might know that something is coming into your life. It's going to be quite suddenly that it comes in, but you're not in a rush about it because you know that the moment before it comes is ultimately the same as the moment after it does. The only difference is now the thing is in your hand instead of out of it, is what's being said. There's almost something like you have a bird in hand. Yeah. But also there's a double meaning to this. You have a bird in hand, and also you have a burdened hand. So like there is a burden in your hand. So double entendre there. There's a trail message coming through of I wonder how long it will take for you to wake up, collective. I wonder how long it will take for you to find your passion again. I wonder how long it will be that you wander aimlessly, looking from sight to sight and sea to see what it is that you can see. But there's nothing you see that intrigues you anymore, is there? There's a lackluster of your life right now. There's a lack of feeling ambition. There's a quiet contentedness in all that you do. But is it enough? Is it enough for you, collective? The orange you see is a secret. How's this saying here? The orange you see is a secret sea that lies beneath the ocean deep. There are many waves which pass over shore, yet none have gone down deep below. Oh, what is this? There's like quite a lot of lyricism to this collective. Huh. There's something about like a treasure buried deep. Almost like there's this rolling sea and this pressure on top of the treasure. And I see 555, which is indicating change. You're a collective that might like to let their words echo out from them. Like you speak them and they echo off the walls and you sit in the silence. Like you don't need to fill the room up with endless chatter. Cuz I'm speaking very slowly and deliberately as I engage with this collective. It's a feeling of waiting. I feel like you might be a bit more reserved, collective. Excuse me. I got another confirmation burp there. Um, you're waiting for something. You know something's coming to you. You know you're looking for the something, but you're also not really in a rush to get it. What a strange energy. Um, and not strange in a bad way, just different, very different from the other collectives. I find myself furrowing my brow a lot. I wonder if this is something you do, collective. Like I just keep my eyebrows just keep knitting together and I have to keep unknitting them. Like relax, eyebrows, relax. You may have a lot of tension in your forehead or your face or your head. You could benefit from a neck massage or face massage. There's like a hardness to you, collective. There's a hardness for past hardships. And it's kind of deadened you or numbed you a bit. But there's also this like willfulness, like lack of caringness. You're just like, yeah, like disengaged. This collective is rather disengaged. I think that's the best way I can put it. I'm also making this face, like this discontent face. Okay, now I'm finally starting to feel something in your body, collective. So, your solar plexus right now is feeling very sickening. It's the best way I could describe it. Like there's a stone in it, like it's just weighted down. Like there is something you have buried deep inside of you that you carry around with you. Like you buried it for safekeeping almost, and now it's just hidden. It's just trapped in there. Like blueprints that you've lost for something. And there's this quiet sort of sadness and letting go feeling with this. Collective, I wonder if you're a group that hasn't had many people to rely on. I feel like you keep to yourself. I feel like as I'm trying to engage with your energy, it's very resistant to me, which is hilarious because there were several times I was doing other channelings and I kept hearing Orange Collective, but now that I'm here, now that we're talking, I'm not getting a lot coming through for you, which says something in itself. You may have a hard time trusting other people right now. You may be in a difficult period of your life where your trust was turned against you. And so it's very hard for you to open up. You may feel avoidant. That's the word that's coming through. Like you may pursue things, but then when those things start pursuing you, you stop and lose interest because you're afraid of what happens if you're pursued. You like to be the pursuer because you feel in control when that happens. But when you're being pursued, you withdraw and become cold and like become hardened a bit. This is a more masculine energy that I'm feeling into. I was feeling that for a bit. Now I'm pretty positive. This is a more masculine energy that I'm feeling. It's so quiet in your energy. I often pick up on a lot of thoughts, a lot of chatter, a lot of bodily sensations, but you're so quiet and detached. But I am still feeling that pain in the pit of my stomach, like something that you swallowed, something you had to swallow down, like pain that you swallowed down, and it's stacked and stacked in layers on top of each other as you did it over and over again. And now it's so hard to remove because it's like calcified. I'm hearing kidney stones, which you might, maybe that resonates for you, or you might want to look into something like that. I'm not a doctor. I am a medical intuitive, so um, I do get medical insights for people sometimes. So, what else here? I hear damaging the walls of your kidneys. I wonder if your diet is a little bit out of whack lately. And I feel this intense feeling of shame as I am hearing this. And I feel the image and the sensation of a man that's like in a room alone and kind of like cold. I hear trapped with his feet. Like you're just kind of stuck in this place where you don't really belong right now. Um, and it's really tough to be there. It's tough to put words to it. This is not quite, I wouldn't quite call this depression. I'd call it anxiety more than depression because it's just this, like, it's this feeling of being frozen. Depression feels a little bit differently than this. This is just like you're in a cold grip, like something almost has you in a cold grip. And it's just really challenging to move out of that. And I keep looking down. I keep trying to look up with my eyes, but like my head and my neck, my eyes just keep kind of drifting down. So there is something maybe you're ashamed about. I heard mother. I don't know if that is relevant for what you're ashamed about or if mother may be that may be a word or a significance to you in this channeling in general. But yeah, I'm getting like a strong like heart pain and I hear like mother. So yeah. And there's this defeated feeling too now that I'm getting. And again, it's just really hard to like lift my head. It just feels so pointless. Like everything feels so pointless. I feel collective like we're finally kind of breaking through your battleground a bit here. We're finally seeing a little bit more of what's inside of you. You were really standoffish at first, and I feel like your walls are gentling a little bit, and your shoulders are like sagging, like with relief at being heard. But there's just so much pain in here. It's almost like you're afraid that you'll completely give out. Like if you stop being so tense, like you'll just completely give out from the weight of the stress and the pressure and the difficulty and the pain and like the trauma. Um, Collective, you are definitely, at least for right now, maybe a lot of your life, but at least for right now, you're in a place where you don't have a place to call home. That's what I'm hearing. Like you don't really have a place where you feel safe and you feel seen. And I just feel this tiredness, this tired energy coming through, like someone who works really, really hard. And I'm also like, I I don't know if this is significant to you, but as I have been channeling this last minute, I have my spine has been like doubling over a bit. And like I've been, like I said, my head and eyes and everything kind of drooping down. And like it's leaning towards my right side and down. And like I sit cross-legged a lot. And so I have my right elbow propped up on my right thigh. And I'm talking into my mic using my right hand. And I'm just kind of leaning over that way. And there's this desire to just sink further and further and deeper as I'm connecting with your energy. There's just this like, you feel heavy to me. I don't know if your weight is necessarily heavy, but it's this quiet heaviness, almost like a bear, like a slumbering bear. And you don't feel aggressive. You feel like a bear that's tired, a bear that wasn't understood, like a bear that was just treated a certain way. Excuse me. Whoa. Huge release for you, collective. Yeah, it was a big burp. And I feel so much tiredness. Like I just want to sleep forever. I could just sleep forever. That's the energy coming through. I also feel suddenly a lot of heat, a lot of warmth. You may have some spirit guides that feel very warm around you at this time. This is a collective that also may resonate with Loki. You may work with him, or he may be interested in working with you, but that's a deity that's stepping forward at this time, wanting to be made known. Loki's really capable of taking you through great transformations. He is a trickster, and he's cunning, and he's smart, and he is caring, and he's kind in his own way. He's not kind in the way that he sugarcoats things, but he is kind in that he understands what it is to be like destitute, desolate, like kicked on, beat down on, misunderstood. He has learned to laugh at life and smile because everything's a game. And when you understand how to play, you can win. Um, but sometimes you can't win, and that's just pointless, and that's stupid, but it's funny anyway. And that's kind of his energy. But you, collective, may benefit from working with him. He's a Norse deity. Oh, I just keep wanting to sigh. Now I'm entering this phase like, I just want to sigh. And I'm feeling pain in my chest again. And just like, it just feels, collective, I feel like you need to do breathing exercises. I feel like you need to move your body and you need to do breathing exercises, like some. I was gonna say yoga, but then I felt this sort of scoff from the collective of like not yoga. So I will say, go for like a walk. Yeah, maybe you'll still feel the same when you come back, but guess what? You'll burn like 10 calories. So there you go. Um, and you never know. Sometimes you see wonderful things on a walk, so that could be very significant for you. But you can't keep yourself cooped up in a little den. You can't keep yourself cooped up inside. And I think that sometimes you try and coop yourself up away from other people because you're so sad or sorrowful or down, beat down, and you don't want other people to see that. I feel like you maybe perform for other people when you can, and when you're exhausted and absolutely pushed to the limit and you can't, you just try and hide away because you don't want other people to see your energy. You don't want other people to see you like that because other people judge you based on your appearance. And so you can't ever be free to be your appearance, right? Um, you can only ever be trapped. And then the more you perform this performance for other people, the more it traps you because those people keep looking at you and expecting you to perform as you always have. So it becomes this cycle of you're able to interpret and understand and translate like how they want you to behave. And so you do it so there won't be conflict. But then they look at you and they see how you perform and it conforms to their expectations. And so they expect it more. Does that make sense? You're in a cycle of something here. You're in a cycle of performing for others' expectations. You may even be performing for like dead relatives' expectations. This is going to vary for each person, obviously. And I think this is still a very specific message. But at some point, collective, you got to live for yourself. You can't live for other people. You have to be okay with disappointing others. I think you've disappointed yourself, and that's why you don't want to disappoint others because you don't want your disappointment to be made known. You're kind of like, I can deal with disappointing myself, but I can't deal with disappointing others. Because that's out of your hands, right? You can't control what people do once you disappoint them. But you can't keep disappointing yourself, collective, because you're the only one you have at the end of the day. People come and go, but you are forever. You are your longest term relationship. And so you have to remain the priority. Um, Again, more tired energies coming through. Just feel really defeated listening to this collective and its energy. But you'll work through this. This is just one phase in your journey. There's a very somber tone to you guys at this stage in your journey. And I want to say it's okay that you don't know everything you need to know yet. You don't know all the places you need to be yet. You don't need to know every place you need to go yet. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to know any of that. You just need to be yourself, and you might not know who yourself is in this moment. Maybe you recently suffered a loss of some kind and that's really shaken you. And so you're just kind of looking around like, what's the point of all this? Like, you may be losing yourself in hobbies or something, some form of escapism. but like the darkness that you're feeling in you won't go away if you nurture it. You know what I mean? Um, like if you swaddle it and keep it cozy, it won't leave. So there's some amount of balance you need to strike with this darkness you're feeling within you, with this darkness in your soul. And I'm feeling a lot of heart pain as I'm saying that because there's shame around this, but you shouldn't have any shame, collective. Like, you're a human. This is a human emotion, a human experience in the human journey. There's nothing shameful about this. As difficult as these emotions are, I don't even want to cry. I just feel so stonewalled. I don't even want to express that way. I just feel clammed up and blocked. So you may benefit from some like kundalini awakening type of stuff. Either meditation or oils and candles, think different practices for different people, but you could benefit from like freeing up your chi and your chakras more. It's just the flow of energy is really stuck in you guys. It's like, do you know when you work out and then you have the lactic acid in your muscles and then it solidifies if you don't stretch enough and cool down enough after you work out? And even sometimes it still does, right? And it makes the muscle fascia really sticky, and you have to break up those adhesions. That's what it feels like. I wonder if you've worked really hard at something and now you've got these metaphorical muscle adhesions, spiritually, and you've got to break those up so you can use your muscles again. I feel like your muscles haven't been working as well. Take that how it resonates, since this thing happened or since something happened. um God, I had like a really unpleasant burp there that went literally from like the very bottom of my stomach all the way up. So, yeah, I think collective, you just need someone to hold space for you. I think you hold space for other people, but you don't get space held for you. So, a lot of what this channeling is just us kind of musing here together. It's just us kind of meditating on the energy and thinking about it, thinking about things and talking. You're not a collective that wants other people to fix things necessarily. You just want to let the things be. You just want to be at peace with things. I feel like you don't want to struggle. You don't want to fight. Like you don't have that fight in you, anymore. Maybe. Um, and I saw 234 on my timer. I think you've tried a long, hard time to be aggressive and to be a victor and to be the battler and the one in control, but like you're almost just burnt out, like a candle flame that just burns to the end, like a matchstick that burns to the end. Like you're burnt out. Um, you're just kind of like, I can't care. Like it's not possible to. Um, yeah, there's nothing else really coming forward from your energy now, so I think I'm gonna end the channeling here, but I am sending you so much love, Orange Collective, because whatever you're going through is really tough. And I know you don't really want to talk about it. You don't even really want to think about it. And you certainly don't want to feel about it. But you should meditate under some clear running water, or get to a stream if you can. Like be in nature and just lie down in the field, like lie in the bushes or look up at the trees, like watch the clouds go by. You you need to be in a place that is opened up so that you can open up. Does that make sense? You need to like lie down in a big field that's really open so you understand how small you are in comparison for that, and understand that it is safe for you to become big again. It's safe for you to open up and be as big as that field is. Yeah, that imagery is coming through for you guys, like the wind wave going through the fields of like wheat or tall grass that are yellow, and like just waving them, and you just kind of staring up, watching the clouds go by. There's no music, no cars, there's no people, there's nothing. It's just like you and the earth. Um, you heal a lot this way, collective, when you just let yourself sit in silence. Yeah. Okay, collective, that's all I'm going to do for your channeling today. I'm wishing you the best. I'll be checking in with you the next time that you come through asking me to check in on you guys. And for now, I hope that you are doing as well as you can be. Please consider liking, following, and subscribing, because as always, whenever you guys interact with the videos, it helps me to tap into the energy specific to you more. I don't need the comments, but it does help. And it certainly also helps me to reach more people who need to hear these messages. So, with that said, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your night.